This story starts from a poor house in Bagofa village where a girl was born and her parents named her Nala. Nala was very beautiful and all her relatives and villagers came to see the beauty of Nala. So many parents of the village asked for Nala's relationship that when she grows up, we would like to get our son married to her, on which her parents were very happy. As time passed and Nala grew up, she made many friends with whom she used to play all day long. Nala was very fond of food, and she used to eat a lot of food many times in a day. So her parents were very worried about this habit of Nala, because they were very poor and old, and they used to cut wood all day, which required a lot of hard work. He used to take care of himself and his daughter, but Nala's habit of eating more was disturbing them. Time goes on, and as Nala gets younger, she gets fatter. She becomes so fat that now all her friends leave her. And the villagers and the relatives of Nala, who were willing to marry their sons to Nala because of her beauty, now they also did not want to have any relationship with Nala because of her obesity. Whenever Nala went out of her house to get things, the villagers used to talk about her. "Where are you going, fat? All your friends are married, but who will marry you fat?" On which her parents were very worried because they wanted us to marry our daughter Nala in the remaining few years of our life and see her house flourishing. But time passed, and Nala's friends got married in a very beautiful and nice place. So Nala also wanted me to get married to a beautiful boy like my friends, and he would take care of me and love me. But because of her obesity, all friends and relatives abandoned Nala, except her parents, on which Nala was very sad and cried all day in a room. One day, there was a 2-day festival in the village of Nala, which the whole village went to see, and the surrounding villages also came to see. So Nala's parents asked Nala to go to this festival so that Nala gets a chance to move around, and her sadness ends. Nala went to this festival on the repeated request of her parents. He saw a boy in this festival who was bald, meaning he had no hair on his head. So Nala was surprised to see him and thought in Nala's heart that even if he is the last boy in the world, then I will not marry him, because I want to marry a handsome boy like my friends. This thought came to Nala's mind, because Nala had forgotten her obesity after seeing this boy. When the boy came near walking, his eyes also fell on Nala, and he started thinking that there is such a fat girl in the world, and the boy thought that if his relation comes to me, and she is the last girl in the world, I will not marry him. This idea came to the boy because he had forgotten his baldness after seeing Nala's obesity. Nala enjoyed the festival and returned to her home, and as the first days passed in sadness, Nala's parents became more and more worried about her marriage. One day Nala's parents thought that we should go to another village and look for a relationship for Nala. Maybe we will find a relationship. So the next day, he went to Dana, a village near his village, to see Nala's relationship. In this village, everyone was married. There were almost 2 boys left who were not married. So Nala's parents went to these 2 houses for the relationship of these 2 boys and talked to them about Nala. But they did not like Nala's obesity, not mentioned with the parents of the boys. Rather, mentioning the beauty of Nala, the parents of the boys agreed and said, "We will come to see Nala for a few days." Nala's parents now had some hope that one of them might agree to marry Nala. A few days later, the parents of one of these 2 boys went to Nala's house to see Nala's village. Nala was very happy and she dressed herself up so that she looks good. Nala served food in front of the boys' parents, But when the boy's parents saw Nala, they got worried and said to Nala's parents in front of Nala, "You said that Nala is very beautiful and young, and she also looks very good, but she is very fat and looks older than her age, while our son is very handsome, so their pair does not match anywhere, so there is a clear refusal from our side." So the boy's parents said all these things and left there without eating or drinking anything. It was a 27-year relationship, and every time someone married Nala, the people of Nala's village did not look at Nala, but ridiculed her and said, "You will not get married. Who will like you?" A few days later, the parents of the other boy came to see Nala and brought their son along with them. Nala felt some hope again that they might like me. So Nala got ready again and served food in front of them. But when Nala saw the boy and the boy saw Nala, both of them got worried. Because this was the boy that Nala had seen in the festival, and thought that even if he was the last boy in the world, I would not marry him. And the boy was also surprised to see Nala, because she was the same girl that the boy had seen in the festival, and thought that even if she was the last girl in the world, I would not marry her. So Nala hurriedly placed food in front of them, and left there, and called her parents to her room, and told her parents that I will not marry this boy. Nala's parents asked Nala that, "Why don't you want to marry this boy?" Nala told her parents that this boy is bald and looks strange. "I want to marry a handsome boy like my friends. It's better that I don't get married than bald like that." On the other hand, when Nala came to her room, the boy said to his parents that I can't marry her. It looks strange. Kasim went out saying all this to his parents. Kasim is the boy's name. So Nala and Kasim's parents wanted them to get married because there was no one left in their village to marry them. Only these two virgins were left. So the parents of Nala and Kasim talked to each other and told each other about their children. After discussion, Kasim's parents agreed for Nala's relationship, but they took time for Kasim's consent, and Kasim's parents went to their village. Nala's parents explained a lot to Nala and said that Kasim is a good boy. The only drawback is that he has no hair on his head, but you are also fat. Nala said, "Whatever, I will marry this bald man." Can't. On the other hand, Kasim's parents were explaining to Kasim that Nala is a good girl. The only drawback is that she is a little fat. So Kasim said, "Does she look a little fat in the search? Whatever it is, Nala, I will not marry." Now, on one hand, the parents of Nala, and on the other hand, Kasim, were very worried that our children are getting older, but our children are not married yet, and earlier, no one believed in a relationship. But now anyone wants to have a relationship. If it is believed, now Nala and Kasim are not killing each other. So the parents of both thought that we should let them hang out with each other, that maybe Nala and Kasim would like something about each other, and they would agree to get married. Nala and Kasim's parents talked to both of them that you should spend a day together. After a lot of persuasion from their parents, Nala and Kasim agreed to spend a day at Upas. When Nala and Kasim came in front of each other in Upas, both of them showed strange behavior seeing each other. But still they sat in Upas, ate food, walked around, and told each other their stories. Nala told Kasim the whole incident from her childhood till she became fat, and Nala said to Kasim that it is my dream to marry a handsome boy with whom I feel proud like my friends. Then Kasim told his story that I was also very beautiful, and my hair was very thick, and I was very famous in my village because of my thick hair, and every girl in my village wanted to marry me, but I did not give them a brother. Some time passed, and I got a strange disease in which all the hair on my head fell out, and I became bald. The girls who once wanted to marry me now don't even like to look at me, and those who were my friends wanted to walk with me and look like me. Now, because of this baldness, even those friends have left me, and relationships have also stopped for me. All my friends got married to very beautiful girls, but I am still single because of this baldness. Nala said to Kasim, "Why don't you get your baldness treated?" Kasim said, "I have undergone a lot of treatments, but this baldness has not been cured. My dream is to marry a beautiful girl like my friends have married very beautiful girls." Now both Nala and Kasim were walking and talking in the evening, and both of them came to the decision that we are not worthy of each other, and now we will never meet each other. And both Kasim and Nala went to their respective homes. Time passed, and now there was no virgin left in Nala's village. All of them were married, and Nala and Kasim were also very old. Now both Nala and Kasim felt that we will not get married, they will die without getting married. The parents of both Nala and Kasim were very worried for them and had become very old, and now they also felt that we will die without marrying our children and without seeing their children. After some time, Nala's parents talked to Nala about Kasim. Nala became silent because Nala had forgotten Kasim in such a long time and went to her room. Nala started thinking that my parents are also old. All my friends are also married and they have children, and my age is also passing, but I am still not able to get married. Nala falls asleep thinking all this, and for many days Nala keeps thinking about this. So one day, Nala decides that once again, I spend time with Kasim. Maybe I like some of his habits, or he starts to like me. So Nala asks her parents to talk to Kasim's parents. Then I see, so Nala's parents are very happy and go to their village to talk to Kasim's parents. Agreed to spend some time together. Now both Kasim and Nala met at the same place where they had met earlier, and spent some time eating, drinking, walking around and talking to each other. After evening, Nala and Kasim went to their respective homes. Now Nala and Kasim started liking each other deeply. Nala kept thinking all night that Kasim is not as bad as she thought. And Kasim kept thinking all night that Nala is a good girl. But what happened if she is fat? But she cooks good food, speaks well, and is also sensible. They used to think a lot about each other, and sometimes they would meet each other and spend time. But when the villagers saw Nala and Kasim, they would talk a lot about them and say that one fat and the other bald is such a strange pair. Hearing these things, Nala and Kasim were not able to decide to marry each other. They were afraid that if we get married tomorrow, our villagers will talk to us. After much thought, one day Nala and Kasim decided to get married, and they both got married. The villagers made fun of him for some time, but he didn't care what the villagers said and went on living his life with laughter and happiness. And he gave birth to not one, not two, not three, not four, not 5 children, and their parents saw his house flourishing and left this world peacefully. Often we value others in our lives because of their looks and not because of their character. We only see how the person in front looks, how their hair is, whether they are fat or thin, their complexion, how are you, etc. But we forget that we don't live with all these things. I believe that likes and dislikes are a part of life. But all this is temporary. The real thing is each other's life, each other's care, each other's love is what we should see. And in the same way, listening to people's opinions, likes and dislikes, we are not able to live our lives in the right way. Hey brother, people will say it is the work of the people today and tomorrow. People don't care what's happening to you, what you're feeling. People only care about what they do and will continue to do. So please, live your life in your own way and be happy, love each other, and value each other, not by looks but by character, and live your life.